Okay, so I'm going to do a little top-down analysis of gold first of all, and then I'll do NQ in a separate video. But here we are on the daily time frame, micro gold futures. We've got a little bit of a mountaintop situation here, all the way to all-time highs we had on the 29th of January now. We stepped down again, had a little bit of a double top on the 2nd of March, and then we've fallen away quite strongly here. On the 23rd of March, we've come back up, and now we're down here in this consolidation. I'm hoping that this means that we'll start tracking along, and maybe gold prices will start to rise again. As always, though, we don't predict, we go with what is actually happening in the market. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But in the meantime, we're in this really gross consolidation. Let me have a look at my little drawings on my chart. If I zoom out a little bit, I'm going to take a few of these things off. I used that last night. I'm going to take these ones off. I'll take these ones off and I'll put something else in a minute. I'm going to leave this support and resistance line here, this grey one, because even though it's all the way back from over there, if gold does happen to fall this far, I believe that it will have a little bit of a rest there before falling all the way down here. We've got our previous day low. We're going to move that to yesterday's previous day low. We're going to move my previous day high. I like to use previous day low and previous day high just to give me a visual, first of all, of where price might be headed in real time, but also just to give me a look at the range. It's a very small range, 4143 down to 4074. So we're talking 150 ticks or whatever that is. I'm still learning this little one. Let me just give that a go. So that's 68.8 ticks. Is that right? Anyway, I'm learning this one. I'll figure that one out and let you know. I'm going to take a little screenshot of that and ask my friend ChatGPT to help me with that one. I want to be able to understand that. So we traded yesterday almost completely within the previous day range and the previous day range and the previous day range. So we're very consolidated. We're right here in the middle at the moment. And so we're just going to wait and see what price does. Currently bullish, hopefully heading up to the previous day high. Break and retest that for heading on up towards the line of death. If we're bearish today, I want to see it come down, retest this line and keep on moving. But considering how consolidated we are, it's unlikely to get that far unless something major happens overnight. So gold is going to be trading probably within this little range. I'm terrible at range trading. So even though I'm going to go down and have a look at the lower time frames, I'm pretty sure that I'm staying away from gold today unless there's a brilliant, really, really brilliant setup. All right, so let's have a look at what's happening on the 4 hour. We're looking bullish at the moment. We opened with a nice bullish candle here, slightly above the 4 hour or right on the 4 hour. We've got a fair value gap just below. We've got a fair value gap just above. So there's plenty of liquidity hanging around. So we'll just have to see, as always, what price is actually going to do. We're currently not making any real structure, although this is a lower low. We've made basically equal high, a lower high here. We've made basically equal lows down here. So we're not really making any meaningful structure, and we're just consolidating. Down here on the 1 hour, when it gets its act together, so we get everything. EMA is really flat. Price action is just dancing around the EMA, nothing to see here. we've got those equal lows down here, which suggest a bit of upward momentum, some momentum indicated by these fair value gaps here. But unless we give a meaningful break and retest from here, break over the top, close properly, come back down and move away like that, I'm not going to get into gold. It's just too consolidated. Jumping down to the 15-minute. Once again, we've got this consolidation happening here. Equal lows, more equal lows, which suggests upward momentum. Let's see what happens. But whilst we're right in the midst of this range, I'm not keen to get in. I'm going to go down to the 3-minute because I'm enjoying working with 350s, and there was a 350 entry here today, which might have been nice, except that it immediately pulled back to the top of this range. I mean, maybe that's a good sign. Let me mark out that trade for you. Here it is. It's a 350 retest really, because it's not actually touching the EMA. And if we go up to the previous day high, all the way up there, we'd get a 3.7 out of it. It's come back and retested the top of this range, the top of that FVG. Maybe it will come back down into this FVG before pushing up away again. We'll just have to see. Either way, volume super low, like low. Not really anything worth troubling ourselves with. I'd rather wait for something that's actually moving, really trucking along, than to decide to jump into this just because I'm getting into something, and then have to sit in volume like this all day. I'd rather wait. Down on the 1 minute, we can see a little bit more clearly. I'm going to move this now. We can see more clearly. Yes, there was a 150 entry, but it's just fallen straight back to meet that EMA, meet the top of the range here. Maybe if it pulls down and pushes away, we can see what we could get out of it. But once again, really low volume. We'll be sitting in it for ages, and it will just make me want to tear my hair out. So that's me and gold at the moment. Not keen on gold. I'm not getting enough out of it. I'm not getting enough oomph in my trading window. I hate getting stuck in, consolidation like this. I hate getting stuck in, I might get in here and then just play here and then eventually just get stopped out. Like, it's just so annoying. So I'd rather wait, see something a bit more meaningful, see some great volume and push us away. I just feel like gold needs to have a little bit of a timeout. We had this beautiful drop yesterday. That's the kind of thing I like to see. We had this double top here. Let me see on the 15 minutes, better to look at it. We had this double top here, came down, played along a little bit, but then we got this liquidity sweep, and then it just dropped off the face of the earth. Right down to make another double bottom here. So yeah, look, it couldn't even push past that. It only wicked down to make that previous day low. So look, as whilst that would have been a lovely trade, beautiful trade actually, nice RR on that trade. We're really just range trading, and I'm not very good at it. I spend the whole day chasing price action up and down, and get stopped out more often than not, and end up having too many losing trades, and then that annoys me. So good luck with gold today. I'm probably not going to trade it unless it really starts to pushing up, full on trucking up here. I'm just going to leave it alone.